In this episode, we spend a surprisingly pleasant time with the Vogon poet Grabtakulon The Pontific.
He's on a book tour to promote his aspirations to become poet laureate of the universe.
So roll up your tallow into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to hear lots and lots of Vogon poetry, and learn a surprising amount about an obscure planet in the backwaters of the galaxy.
Shut up and sit down.
welcome back to Hitchhikers and Appetizers, coming to you from booth 42 at Millyways. I am your host, Trellis Gardeen, and with me always in the booth, he's large, he's in charge. His name is not Marge, it's Horatio Zinn.
How did you know my college nickname? Marge.
Was it?
How did you know that?
Did I just guess something correct?
Yes, I don't know. We've known each other for so long, and it always amazes me how little you seem to remember about me. I may have told you this.
Possibly, but you know, there probably are very few names that rhyme with large.
That's true.
I think I upped the odds. The odds were there for me.
Ironically, I was quite svelte in college, so...
You keep telling me that. You tell me this all the time, and that you were like, weren't you the king of campus, and also the homecoming king at Schenectady?
Yes, I was, but that was because when they voted, they lost all the ballots, and then I was the only one who happened to show up at the correct location.
Did they even have ballots? I mean, you know,
Well, yes.
with Schenectady's very well-known propensity for disorganization, I would be shocked if you were, A, had ballots, B, if you were even on the ballot. Did you just take a sauce squeezy and just squeeze it into the box?
Well, I'll say some of the ballots are actually things people would write the notes on their hands and then just stick their hands in the ballot box. So after a while, that got messy. So, and the sauce in there, the whole thing, it was a mess.
My guess is that was your way of voting. Your face was covered with sauce. They opened up the box; it was full of sauce, and they just put two and two together and said, "Oh, but clearly, there's been one vote, and it's Horatio's. You are now the winner."
Yes, and also I was just in a total bliss state from all the sauce, so that was a lost weekend.
I bet Horatio had a weekend.
Oh.
Did you get a crown, a sash, scepter, anything you could carry around campus jauntily?
I got it was basically an aluminum foil ball that people have been putting together. Others have been putting together for many years. It wasn't really official. It was just I said, "Oh, do I get a scepter or something?" He said, "Oh, here." A bit like someone asking you, "Where's my gift?" when you did not buy them one.
Right.
They did not even think about. Well, normally the crowning did not take place because no one could get to the same location at the same time. Everyone got lost.
You could have grabbed a stick and poked the ball with it, and therefore it would have become a scepter.
On our world, you do not poke balls.
Oh.
That is one thing you just don't do. Do not poke the balls.
Where?
Do not even do a fake punch toward the balls. It's just not funny.
How did that become a faux pas?
Well, have you ever had yours punched?
Well, I'm talking about a foil ball, not your actual genitalia.
Oh, I see. You never know, though. You never know. It's a symbolic thing.
You're thinking that foil ball may have been representative of some Schenectady person's genitalia?
Well, have you ever heard of voodoo? Like a voodoo doll?
Yes,
it was a voodoo ball.
A voodoo ball instead of voodoo doll.
Yes. Sometimes they just paint it blue, and you just feel sad. Sad. Yes.
This is a blue ball, and you have to accept it.
Yes. Thank you. I never said thank you to a blue ball.
No. Well, you know who we're going to eventually say thank you to?
Oh, who?
Our guest, who's here with us today.
Oh, yes, I noticed that there was another being here in the booth. I noticed things like that.
Yes.
The weight distribution was a bit different.
Well, I'm excited for today's guest. I hope you are.
Is this the portion of your program when I introduce myself?
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Go right ahead.
Because it's very important that I be on your program today.
Okay.
Why would it be important to be on our program?
Wax on, yes, I think I will. My name is Grabtakulon The Pontific.
Oh, the Pontific.
And I am in competition to become Poet Laureate of the Universe.
Oh.
whilst I was on my ruminations on the planet Photocopier 5, I came across a straight transmission of an earlier broadcast of your program on which that hideous charlatan Pankron Kelton claimed to be the single poet laureate of the universe.
Yes, he was here. He was impressive.
That miscreant who cannot string together 15 words of adequate, voluminous, rhythmic palpitations to make even a bug blatter beast of troll go to sleep.
Oh my, that's quite a bit.
Busting, I threw up 5 times listening to your program.
I would think that would come in handy if you could actually, make the bug bladder beast go to sleep, because then you wouldn't have to worry about it eating you viciously.
Oh, that's
exactly, and that is the key to why I should be poet laureate. I have in fact helped 18 bug bladder beasts reach tranquil slumbers with my delicious verses.
So delicious they were too full to eat you.
Exactly.
Oh, that is delicious.
You know when you eat so much that you just pass right out and face first into your porridge.
That's the ultimate compliment.
Oh, I get that compliment all the time. I have been known to put many of my listeners to sleep. I hope through the widespread listenage of your program that I will help entire galaxies to sleep.
That would be impressive. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hear some of this. Maybe, perhaps, you could put us to sleep.
One can only hope. One can only dream.
That would be wonderful, because I have been having trouble sleeping.
If you spit some lyrics at me, some verses at me, and I start going down, I will be in dream state.
Oh, I spit hot fire sometimes.
Oh my!
You must get out of the way, because you will be burned to cinders. I ate, I ate some of the living pork man. What do you call him?
I just called him Living Pork Man.
I had his ankle earlier.
Yes.
Well, I didn't have enough money for the best part, so it's giving me a bit of indigestion, quite frankly.
Oh, no, well, they do that. Sometimes they're spiteful.
Yes.
Not all of the living entrees. They say they're willing, but...
Yes, I can taste his disdain in my stomach now as it gets digested.
Well, everyone has a bad day at work sometimes.
Correct. You cannot blame him.
No.
Or could you blame him?
No.
If you were being eaten, what would your attitude be?
I would probably be jealous, because I'm sure I would be delicious.
We're not talking about your sexual proclivities right now.
I do not want to talk about what Horatio does in the boudoir. Okay, that's...
I want to thank you for assuming I do have sexual proclivities.
Whoa.
Because many say you couldn't be able to find it with all the layers of fat.
Well, it happens to be one of the main foci of my new book, which I am promoting.
Talk to us about the book.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, this is actually part of my book tour.
Oh, wonderful.
To be released on the morrow is called Flatulations of My Dark Pustulating Heart, Volume 1.
Flatulations of my dark postulating heart?
Pustulating.
My dark postulating heart.
Postulating.
As you know, Vogons do not breathe in the normal mechanism of many biological organisms. Our heart, instead of...
I think that's the living pork man is coming back up.
That's a bit of phlegm there. A snout. He just hooked up a snout.
Could you get the snout off the table, Horatio?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to flick it. I'm going to
Thank
flick
you.
it onto another
Thank you.
table.
Use your fork.
It's fascinating, and because there's the great smorgasbord of ideas, and whoever grabs Flatulations of My Pustulating Heart. That is so similar to a song.
My dark.
Oh, dark. That's the difference.
Let's get it right. I want to show the appropriate respect to Grabtakulon here.
That was the name of one of my band's concept albums, except for with the dark part, and it was postulating instead of pustulating.
I deny any claim of copyright infringement.
Oh,
I wasn't accusing you of that. I'm sure we may have ripped it off from you. I don't know.
Look, any time I've been traveling on different pubs, taking notes, listening to pathetic bands.
well, that's true.
Jotting down the names of their song tracks, that's for purely personal use. And so the copyright holds. I have also an album I released.
Oh,
It's just 45 minutes of me coughing and hacking.
that's a concept album I'd want to get into.
Well, is that the one that's called Inside Me, Outside Me?
Oh, you follow my work?
I have seen that one, yes. Actually, I don't want to brag, or don't want to make you feel too good about yourself, but
You don't want to brag, please.
You may brag about following my work.
that is one of the bits of reading material in some of the stalls in the restroom here.
I find that presenting my work where people are defecating, it's apropos to the subject matter at hand. Would you like to hear the subject, the focus of my latest book?
Yes.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh.
You know,
I love this picture of you on the back.
Thank you.
It's got gravitas, it's got presence, it's got, that which is a normal pose of the author's hand on their chin, but I don't know, there's a little more to it.
I feel it really captured my disdain for life.
Yes.
And my hatred of all things other than myself.
I can feel the depression.
I want to compliment you on the ascot there, because it looks like it's made out of flesh.
Please stop with your sexual advances, sir. I've already told you once to keep your mind out of the gutter.
I'm sorry, you're so charismatic. You're so charismatic.
I don't know if you should read any poetry to him, Grabtakulon, because that's going to send him over the edge. He might just full on kiss you.
Oh, I must often warn my audiences that I may arouse feelings that are uncontrollable. That is why there is usually a moat between myself and the audience at book readings.
Good idea.
Do you put, is it molten lava between or just water, or are there like bitey creatures inside or anything like that?
We fill them with tiny, tiny crabs.
That's the long game on death.
Well, death by 1,000 cuts is a popular phrase. That might be where that started from.
So, as I was saying, the subject matter, I found myself wandering the halls of our local branch of the Encyclopedia Galactica on my home planet of Vogsphere.
Yes.
Tranquil Vogsphere, where the mountains give off their hint of decay, where the dead tree husks crinkle under your feet as you walk. Many people do not know that the Vogons, many eons ago, migrated away from gentle Vogsphere.
I did not.
Arriving on Megabrantis, becoming the core of the bureaucracy of the universe. Such would have been my fate, if not for the fact that my parents, by virtue of their mutual mental retardation, allowed me to go into the liberal arts field. Attaining my degree in liberal arts from Megabrantis University.
Yes.
I became a Rhodes Scholar, Galactic Rhodes, of course, and found myself back on Vogsphere. And there is a giant telescope located, a micron telescope, in the local branch of the Galactica there. And I looked out, and the images come after a time delay, and so I was able to look back, and then I get the end of the universe, and then it bounced back, and so I kind of caught a little bit ahead, and I found a planet on a byway that is interdimensional, and so I focused upon an Earth, they call it, the Earth of the 21st century, the early 21st century.
What?
Oh, have I put you to sleep?
Oh.
Did I do it?
Yes, I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Victory!
Wow. Oh, wow.
And I was having sex dreams.
Wait, about
Lovely.
Grabtakulon?
Well, look, you shall have more because, as I was saying, the focus of my poetry is the Earth, the interdimensional Earth that still exists in the early 21st century. I have written a book of Vogon poetry about it.
This is the Earth that we don't know much about this Earth.
Yeah, it just says mostly harmless in the guide.
And that they're known for, not so much for their liquor, but for the bags that their liquor comes in. The velvet bag.
Oh, that's not all. I've learned that if the Earth was in fact continuing to exist after the destruction of it by the Vogon constructor fleet,
What?
it would have developed into fascinating ways.
Oh, really?
By the early 21st century, most of the humans would be gravitating toward Vogonity themselves.
That hurts me because I'm sure you're attractive for a Vogon, but as someone who's from Glandar, the plastic surgery center of the universe, that just hurts. That hurts that a planet, I'm assuming that its creatures were good looking, would veer off course to something.
Once upon a time, the creatures of this earth, they used to be rugged, handsome, introspective peoples,
Love it.
traveling their world, going onto their oceans, doing different arts and crafts. But by the early 21st century, all they did was walk around with small pieces of metal and plastic in their hand, bumping into things, holding them up, taking hideous pictures of themselves, trying to fornicate in the least efficient ways possible.
Inefficient fornication. That's. There's so many ways to define inefficient fornication, too.
True. I mean,
sometimes it's just disappointing.
No, they mostly spend their hours just fornicating with themselves.
Individually.
Individually, mentally, gastronomically. Their entire culture seems to be nothing but a masturbatory exercise. Well, first I must introduce you to the most oxymoronical phrase in the entire human lexicon.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. What is it?
Ooh. Knowledge.
Social media.
Social media. Yes.
Well, anyway, so what they would do is they would just stay on they called them phones. Ironic. They did not even use them for telephonic communication eventually.
You know what? That's why they got destroyed. You know what? Good. I'm glad the Vogons took them out.
Are you sure we're not talking about my home planet of Schenecticus? Because this Earth sounds almost as stupid.
If there was ever a planet where there was inefficient fornication.
Thank Troll that we destroyed them. But anyway, in this other dimension where they still exist, oh wow. You know, they do dances. They would lip sync themselves with snippets of bits of films and quotes from different random things. They would just stay on there watching a person from a country called China just making a metal pot. Then it would switch to a little baby lip syncing a song from a singer called Halsey.
My neck is hurting because it's like I'm going back and forth now.
It would be unending. And they would stay on there watching maybe these 3-second clips for, say, 8 hours in bed, 4 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, I like that.
That may have just tickled Horatio's happy spot.
So I could be sedentary and still perhaps enjoy a film. I could do that here in the booth.
No, enjoy. Did you say enjoy films? Nobody enjoys films anymore. They simply argue about them on their different social media feeds. They go online and bicker about films they've seen.
Do they ever get moralistic when someone else disagrees about the film?
The more moralistic, the better.
Oh.
You know, everyone is right. No one is wrong. The politics do not function.
That
Governments grind to a halt. It's so wonderful.
That planet is giving me a headache just thinking about it.
You'd love it. I start to secrete from my nipples just thinking about it.
Ooh. Vogons do that? Ooh.
Only when we are exceptionally aroused.
Could you? I have a suggestion.
Horatio?
Yes.
Hey, Horatio, stop that. Stop arousing him.
Well, no, I have a suggestion. Maybe this will distract a little bit. It's kind of a work thing. It's like thinking about frog ball or something during sex.
Frog balls?
Oh no, he's erotic about it. So I would suggest, this Earth sounds so terrible. Is there a way that you could go journey through the multiverse and just destroy every incarnation of it? Because it sounds like a bit of a plague.
Here's the beautiful part. These people on this Earth, they appear to be destroying their own planet, but maybe they aren't. There's a hot debate on it. At any rate, the climate seems to be rising at astronomical rates. Wildfires, oh, so wild. There's...
You're spitting fire again. Ah.
Oh, get over the table.
At least, if you could, shoot some of that flame into the wham bam sauce. It'll perk it up a little. Nice. Thank you.
Oh, look, we have a flaming dessert that before was just a dessert.
Well, that is to say, it is an unending stream of inspiration for a young Vogon poet like myself.
I would imagine.
One wonderful, hilarious thing that, for example, imagine. I've written one poem. Would you like to listen to this poem?
Oh, I'd love to. Love to hear it.
Oh, wonderful. Let me get a little caffeine here. Let me get a little more caffeine so I won't fall asleep.
I'm going to put some cotton in my ears, though, or a napkin in my ear.
You should, as is appropriate.
Just to brace myself, because obviously It is well known that Vogon poetry is not
Not the safest.
for the faint of heart.
Oh, that was very tactful, Trellis. Well done. Well done.
I accept your compliment. This is a piece I call Ode to a Striking SAG-AFTRA Actor.
Oh, wonderful. Not enough poems about that.
No.
Blurch, bleep, glorp, zlop. Brad Pitt, you're standing in my way.
Oh,
Bling, blang, bloom, blop.
oh, there's more.
Drew Barrymore, how dare you continue to broadcast your audio play?
Oh, that's what.
Actors are to the left of me, writers to the right. None of us shall get paid tonight. But is it not ironic that we are here striking from a job that we basically never do? Can one strike from a profession that he does 3 times a year whilst living at his mother's abode? Actor, oh actor, what a wonderful poem you are. If you fall in a forest and no one is there to give you praise,
What?
does your ego really exist?
Wow, that's twice. That's the most I've slept in a
It's
week.
still going on, Trellis. It's still going on.
I went to see Mission Impossible 4.
Oh, he's still going?
They insist on killing more and more of Tom Cruise's girlfriends. Half his age, for the man is 72.
That's beautiful, I think.
Is he done?
I slept through a little bit of it.
I'm sorry. I went to the gift shop during part. I missed part of that.
You're not kidding that stuff can really knock one out. Ooh.
I'm impressed by your mythology. Did you make up all those characters you talked about in there?
Yes, entirely fictional everything.
That's what, because the names are so unlikely. The names is Brad Pitt. What is that?
Weird name. What's a pit? There's a pit in my stomach.
Right.
What is that? That's just terrible.
You know, it's based on things I've seen in the Micron telescope.
Oh, is that like from voyeuristic poetry?
Yes.
That's some of the best kind. Is I see you, I see you.
But they don't know you see them, right?
Right.
No. Till the poetry is published, and they say, "Oh, this reflects me."
Do you think you're going to take the book tour to that Earth?
You know, I may, but I feel like books are a dead medium there. No, the humans have decided that it is much better to just, as they say, talk a lot of bullshit.
Oh, fascinating.
And base their culture on that. An unending stream of cyclical bullshit coasting through the waves of the satellite communication around their planet like a mist of bullshit.
Oh.
You know, another thing, I focused in on the food production there. It is amazing.
Oh, food. Oh, let's hear about this.
Would you like to hear a poem about it? I wrote one.
Yes, I will say even the worst planets often have some fine food.
This one is called Quatrain to GMO Cow.
Is this in the book?
Yes.
That sounds like some kind of millionaire or tycoon. GMO cow.
GMO cow is the basis upon which all human life is currently subsisting on.
One cow?
Fascinating.
Wow.
Well, it is more of a consortium. It is a conglomerate being. GMO cow, connected ass to front to another GMO cow, forming a quilt of GMO cows. A blanket spread across the middle, the bread basket of America. I pump you full of GMO. You pump me full of meat. I feel you in my belly. It feels pretty neat. It will make me grow an additional teat. And then my child will suckle upon your sweet, sweet, sweet.
My favorite part. I just have to say
Horatio, I think that was just like an ellipsis at the end.
Oh.
It's up to the listener or the reader to interpret what that is.
You're supposed to be asleep by this point.
Oh,
I didn't write the end of that one.
I was starting to nod off, but I think that one was a lot shorter than the other one.
I did call it a quatrain.
Yes.
one of my favorite parts was where you sounded like you didn't know what you were going to say next, and I thought that pause, the suspense you build up there, that was wonderful.
There are ellipses in the printed version.
See, I knew it.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful.
I was all over that.
Would you like one without any pauses?
the vision?
Oh yes, listen, if you want. I don't want to burden you. Don't want to.
No, there's no burden to me. I'm here to promote my book. In fact, here, I will let you pick the one. I have a copy of my book. I shall flip the pages. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, we said that at the same time.
Aha, here, now read the title to me. Read the title.
Oh, the title. Oh, this is strange. I didn't expect this one. The title is "I Love You, Bubby Bubby."
That sounds sweet. That sounds like a children's poem.
I love you, Bubby Bubby. You are my little dog. I put you in a sweater. I put you in the fog. I take you everywhere. I have you instead of a child because I no longer believe in the sanctity of human life or the continuation of the human species generation to generation. So now I shall simply pour my adulation upon any sort of anthropomorphization of an animal that I keep like a little slave devoted to me. He will come home and he will be happy, and I will be happy, and that is all I need. I love you. Bubby.
I have not wept like that in so long. You just pulled something out of me.
That is a poem. Oh, he's gone to sleep. Thank you.
What
Thank you. It is like a standing ovation to me.
What?
I'm sorry, did I offend you by being emotionally moved by the poem?
You did a little bit. I was hoping you'd be dead asleep by the end of it.
What did I miss?
Oh, I did get drowsy. So you.
Human beings will no longer want to have other human beings to take care of or have responsibility over.
I'm all for that.
Yes.
They will go and buy little four-legged animals
Mm.
and then keep them in their home. Give them human names, laud them with human gifts. But the animals will have no choice but to love them.
Do they do this to humiliate the smaller creatures?
Will they dress them up?
They don't care what the little creature feels. Imagine, if you will, a tiny animal grown to full adult size, wanting to procreate and kill and hunt. And instead, it's put into a little pair of antlers and dressed up like an elf and paraded about and gone, oh, you're so cute. Oh, look at him. Oh, baby. Imagine a life like that.
I really don't know much of anything about this earth. It sounds like just a really terrible. Is it a ritual of like slaughter and humiliation or something? Is that...
Well, some parts of the earth that have less money still eat those things, but we don't talk about those parts.
Oh
Oh.
No. Oh, I wouldn't.
Well, I do. So some parts of the earth don't have enough money, so they eat them. Other parts, they still kick them. Some places, the greatest insult you can hurl upon somebody is, you're a dog, but not in these affluent parts of the world. They're doing strange things with the animals there.
Do any of them put them into like a carry-all and walk around with them so the pet that doesn't even have to walk?
Yes. Oh, they have strollers for them.
What?
Some of them give them haircuts. They take them to dietitians.
Oh my!
It's fascinating. It's like a game of some kind.
I don't know. It sounds like just a domination kind of thing.
The best form of domination I have seen, speaking of domination, is, for example,
Well, you should know about domination. You're a Vogon.
perhaps a human will strike up a friendship with a beautiful woman across the country and be friends with her for many years and support her art and then visit her in a place called San Diego. But then it turns out that this woman, who can barely afford her own existence, has 2 children by 2 separate men. She's so into art, and then she decides to take on some animals, and they call it a rescue animal. But let's say a rabid rescue animal that has to be muzzled.
Oh.
So this pathetic man who's come to see this woman after, say, 10 years, and he's only met her twice, hangs out. But the entire time, he's having to fear for his life as this rescue animal that she cares about more than him
Growling at them.
is just like clawing at him and
Oh.
trying to bite him. And by the end, he finally has successfully wooed the rescue animal.
Gained its trust.
But then the long-legged blonde woman, she rebukes his affections and sends him away after having had him pay for her rent and take the kids to Disneyland.
This sounds like another one inspiration for another poem. Or was that a poem?
I thought you were reciting a poem as with a call and response there.
No, it's complete fiction. That's not
Okay.
based on reality at all. Off the top of my head. I'd wrote a poem about it. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
It goes a little something like this.
No, I want to hear exactly what it sounds like, not something like it.
Okay, well, okay. Forget the goes a little something. This is a poem. Let me flip to the right page.
Find it. Oh, flip. I love the sound of the flipping of the pages.
This is something else I will talk about called ASMR. It's another thing they do. Okay, here we go. This is called. All right. Okay, here. This is ode to a poem to a guy who went to see a girl in San Diego. You cuck.
Wow. Powerful.
Thank you.
Powerful.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
that touched me. Oh, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
Horatio, can you identify with that? Because like you're kind of a
I can.
you're sort of a sauce cuck, if you ask me.
Well, you honor me. You honor me. I want to say, first of all, we're running out of time here, but one thing,
Well, you know, I actually have a degree in cocology from Vogsphere University. I have lectured on the subject.
Really?
But these humans, they've mastered it.
I just want to thank you, and I never thought I would thank a Vogon.
You're welcome.
No offense, but you're repellent generally. I just want to thank you for showing me that there's a planet that's more Belgiumed up than my homeworld.
Yes, that's true. Because we really didn't know a lot about it. Like I said, mostly harmless.
I didn't tell you about the ASMR. Would you like to hear about the ASMR?
Oh yes. Yes, tell us about that.
Okay, I have to prepare specially.
Oh my god. Oh.
What is the purpose of ASMR? Wait, so ASMR is basically just listening to someone masturbate? Is that what you're saying?
This is the most Vogon thing I think I could have ever seen. Oh. Are you sure this wasn't developed on Vogsphere and not Earth? Wow, that was...
You know, that concludes my lecture on ASMR.
Okay.
And I agree exactly. Does it not sound exactly like Vogon poetry or something from Vogsphere?
Yes.
It sounds like someone self-pleasuring themselves.
I think someone on the Earth had a micron telescope and turned the tables and was looking back out at Vogsphere.
It really does feel that way. It feels like it's you know, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you situation.
Yes. This has been super awesome. Super awesome.
Listen,
Horatio.
I just want to say, no offense, but normally, again, most of the Vogons have just been terribly repellent. So I hope it's not an insult to you to say this is a pleasure spending time with you.
It is, but that is the curse that I bear, being the one attractive Vogon in the universe.
Oh.
You're the one charming Vogon. That's how you should bill yourself, as the charming Vogon.
No, I would instantly be hunted down and killed by my people.
Oh, but that would make you more popular, maybe. In the other parts of the universe, not on your home planet.
Yes. Right. You have to leave. Banishment.
Well, you know what? You have inspired me
Oh, I'm sorry.
on this podcast, on this interview. Here at the table, you have inspired me. I shall seek out this earth. It sings to me, it calls to my soul, to my liver, which is my brain, as you know, Vogon's brain.
Yes, of course, yes.
I must seek it out. I shall go there. I shall walk about its amusement parks with its overweight tourists. I shall go and sit on its yachts with its Instagram models.
Oh, Instagram. I think you should try to take it over, because I don't think they would be difficult to conquer.
No.
You may have.
And then after you do that, please come back and bring me a souvenir of some kind.
You know, you're right. Maybe what they need is a megalomaniac.
Yes. Oh,
A populist.
every planet needs that.
From time to time.
Also, if you go, I would like for you to bring me back a snow globe of some sort, just the worst, tackiest one you can find.
It's shaken up and it ruins your life. It's mother, father, secret lover. It's everything.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. That is big magic.
All right. Horatio, what do you think our entry should be today? Grabtakulon, would you like it to just be the book, Flatulations of My Dark Pulsating Heart?
Pulsating dark heart.
Flatulations of My Dark Pulsating Heart.
You could put as many dogs in there as you like.
Or Pustulating. I'm sorry. Pustulating.
Pustulating and dark. That's the main thing.
Because that's,
Congratulations on my dog postulating.
Your main focus is trying to get the word out about the book. We want to help you. We want people to know about your flatulations and your dark postulating heart as much as possible. So I'm going to type that in. Grabtakulon The Pontific, Poet Laureate, or aspiring Poet Laureate of the universe. Because
once I track down Pankron and do away with him, I shall be the unsent.
So you're coming after him. Pankron, he's coming after you. He's coming after you.
Right.
That's another thing I like to do. I like to put a challenge right now to Pankron, the The belch-tastic.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Face me, Pancron!
Oh,
Face me here!
oh,
Meet me at table 42.
yes.
And let us see who is the greater poet.
Mm. All right.
Well,
Gonna
for
take
right
a-
now, I think we need to get someone to clean all the sputum off the
Yes.
table. Possibly get this
I think
table's
we need-
a bit charred.
I was
It's a
going
bit
to say we
charred
need
at
a,
this point.
we need a new tablecloth because it's definitely got a lot of burn marks in it right now.
Could you
and-
sign this? Sign the table?
Oh yeah. Sign the tablecloth.
Well,
Well, I'm hitting submit. I've got all that in. I'm hitting submit. Could you sign? Yeah. Sign that for us.
Oh, wonderful.
All best
Nice.
wishes. Grabtakulon. I'm sorry. It's gotten me all hot and bothered. Horatio, I wasn't really offended by those untoward advances you were making earlier. I just can't. There's something about. Come here, you beautiful beast of a man.
So saucy. So saucy.
Oh, yeah, right here on the table. Take me. Oh, take me.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guest, Grabtakulon The Pontific. I have been Trellis Gardeen.
And I continue to be Horatio Zinn. Until next time, keep your towels clean. And if you accidentally keep your parents from meeting, you can always reunite them at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance to ensure your existence. So don't panic. Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, and Fawad Siddiqui as Grabtakulon The Pontific. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
Shut up and sit down.